Yeah, this was the first picture we saw. They rushing into each other. But as I said, this looks to me only one-sided. She is rushing, not the other one. Pardon?
The other one is static.
Yeah. Now, this is a half lotus bud in the heart which is opened out. And there the divine image is sitting. You see here half lotus at the heart center, and the divine image is there. Now, it is the first, when the impact is there, it is that half lotus has opened out, and there is the divine image seated there. So you can see the divine image seated here, half open lotus. And this Savitri is in her pose of meditation, and her poor husband is sleeping in the bed there. See, see. Now this is the rush of the centers, 7 centers. 1, 2, 3. Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipur, Anahata, Vishuddha at the throat. This is Vishuddha at the throat, and this is Ajna and this Sahasrara. Now here, these are the various centers with different lotuses. This is a 1,000-petal lotus at the head. Sahasrara, Sahasradala. It has 1,000 petals at the head. That is the overmind center. Overmind multiplicity. 1,000 is indication of the multiplicity. Overmind center here. And this is a lotus with 2 petals. Ajna Chakra. This is Anahata, this is Vishuddha, throat. This is Anahata, this is Manipura, Swadhisthana, and Muladhara. There are many ways of describing these centers. In the Tantric literature, Kundalini Yoga, Patanjala's Kundalini Yoga, you start with, well, basically start from below, but I will describe in a different way. First is Soham, the sound which comes out from here, Soham, from the top. From the brow, the sound which comes out is Om, Soham, Om. From the throat, Hum, Hum. From the heart center, cardiac, Anahata, Yam, Yam, Yam. Below, navel, Ram, Ram, Ram. That is Manipur. Then Swadhisthana, Vam, Vam, Vam. And down below, Muladhara, Lam, Lam, Lam. So the 7 sounds are Soham, Om, Ham, Yam, Ram, Vam, Lam. See, goes on.
What's the significance of the sound?
Yeah, you see. Soham, Om, Ham, Yam, Ram, Vam, Lam. Go on listening to different sounds. Soham, Om, Ham, Yam, Ram, Vam, Lam. It creates those particular vibrations in those places, you see. From different places, you see, they are coming out, you see. Now, in the Indian musical literature, these 7 sounds, Soham, Om, these 7 sounds are connected with 7 notes of musical quality. 7 notes. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si. I will give you example. Sa, that is Muladhara. Sa or Do. Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni. These are the 7 notes in the Indian scale of music. Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni. Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni. And the corresponding Western Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si. You see, 7 corresponding. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si. So, Sa comes from Muladhara, base center. Sa or Do. Re, second, comes from Swadhisthana. Mi or Ga from Manipur, navel center. Ma or Fa from the heart center, Anahata. Pa or Sol, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol from Vishuddha, from here, Vishuddha. And La or Dha from here, Dha. Ajna, this is Ajna Chakra. And from above, Ni or Si. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si. You see. Or Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni. From here you see, it goes out, you see. So that is the octave. That's the complete octave. All the 7 centers are picking up. This is the octave, you see. All the 7 notes are there, basically. Each center is opening out with that sound. In the Tantric, I have given you Soham, Om, etc. All that. You see. In the musical notes, Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni. Now, most accomplished musicians, those who are practicing music as an aspect of yoga, those who are open to that possibility, musicians, very rare, very few, they say that let my soul or prana or whatever it is go away from this center out. My death should be from Ni, from above, not out here, from Ni. Ni. The highest center, it is from that he should die. His breath should go away from this center, Ni, from Sahasrara. Well, that is what the great musicians aim at. If you have to die, you should die from this center up, you see. Now, these centers are described as lotuses also, 7 lotuses. And we have got for each center a particular lotus with a definite number of petals. For instance, as I said, Ni or this center has 1,000 petals. 1,000 petals, this center.
Is it really 1,000 or is it
1,000, technically 1,000.
not 900?
No, 1,000. 1,000.
Counted.
Yes,
Everybody same.
yes, 1,000. 1,000 petals, all that thing. Yeah. So, at the base, Muladhara, at the base center, Muladhara, is a lotus with 4 petals. 4 petals at the base. The next center, Swadhisthana, has 6 petals from below. Manipura at the navel, 10 petals. Then Anahata, the heart center, has 12 petals. Vishuddha, this center, has 16 petals. Then Ajna, this center, 2 petals. And above the head, 1,000. So you have got 4, 6, 10, 12, 16, 2,000. Number of petals on the lotus, you see. Now, they have different colors also for these lotuses. They are not all same color. all the lotuses. It's very elaborate science, you see. Very elaborate. Now the lowest center, Muladhara, is crimson, deep red, crimson. Then Swadhisthana, between Muladhara and Manipur, navel, vermilion. The navel center, Manipur, blue. Then Anahata, the heart center, red. Red, you see, this center is red. So you have got crimson, vermilion, blue, red. Then comes here, smoky pink, smoky purple. Smoky purple, this one. And then this Ajna Chakra, white. Two white petals. Knowledge and will. Knowledge and will. Ajna Chakra. And 1000, there's the gold. Gold center. So we have got a complete description of the number of centers, their corresponding notes, sa, re, ga, ma, do, re, mi, fa, the number of petals, the corresponding colors of these lotuses, and till that, you see. Actually, if you remember, when Savitri began her yoga, 116.2. 116 116.2. Savitri had received a call to begin her yoga. And a call was heard, the sound was heard, and the sound broke the seals of night. And then above her brows, where will and knowledge meet, that is the Ajna Chakra. So the landing of the mighty mother's call on Savitri's case is directly on her forehead. It is here. It is coming and impacting on this one directly. Where knowledge and will meet, a mighty voice invaded the mortal space. In other words, the divine thrust has directly come in the case of Savitri on her forehead, straightway first, with the two powers, knowledge and will. She has to have the knowledge to open out the whole thing, and will firm up, do things like that. So the scope of the yoga is also implied directly in that knowledge and will here. And things start happening to Savitri's case. She is not doing yoga yet, but she is directly receiving the power straight on her forehead. Why on her forehead? Because this is the center of fate. Fate is written on your forehead, on your brow. Your nasib, your daiva is written here. It is written here, your fate. It is that fate which has to be challenged, has to be changed, has to be taken under control. Therefore, the landing is directly on that place where knowledge and will meet. Savitri was told by Narad, look, Savitri, your husband is going to die 1 year after the marriage and nobody can change that. That is her fate. It is fixed here. And if that has to change, the divine power has to come and hit there directly. Therefore, above her brows where will and knowledge meet, a mighty voice invaded mortal space. That is how her yoga begins, the tantric impact directly on this. It is not from here, you see, straight from here, not in the heart. Because the fate is written here, not in the heart. So the yogi is very, so to say, careful about all the details, you see, about these minutiae, small things, you see.